Hi guys, so I'm just going to quickly run through the homework question that you had there last night, okay? So question 9, so we have the line L, y is equal to x plus 2, and we have the circle y squared, x squared plus y squared is equal to 10. And the first part of that question asks us to write down the coordinate of O, the centre of the circle. So straight away looking at my circle here, I know when it's written in the form of x squared plus y squared is equal to 10, I know straight away that my centre of that circle is 0, 0. Anytime it's just x squared plus y squared is equal to a number. Okay, so x squared is on its own there. So we'll see later on about when it's not 0, 0. But anytime it's just x squared plus y squared is equal to a number, its centre is 0, 0. Okay, so the second part of that question then asks us to find the radius of S, which is our circle. So if I write x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared, so I know that's true for the centre of a circle. So x squared plus y squared is equal to 10 is what we have. So I know that my r squared then is equal to 10 by matching up. My x's match up, my y's match up, my equals match up. So I can say that r squared is equal to 10, but I want to know what r is equal to. So r is equal to the square root of 10. Okay, we can leave it in root form because it doesn't ask whether it wants it in root form or decimal places, so we can just leave it as root. Okay, so part 3 then. Part 3 says the coordinates of the point A are 3, 1, and we're asked to find the distance from O to A. Okay, so we know the distance form is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 to be squared plus y2 minus y1 all to be squared. It's all over square root. So my point is 3, 1 and 0, 0. So if I just label those, x1, y1, again it doesn't matter which one you label, x1, y1 and x2, y2, as long as they're both, these numbers here are both the same. Okay, so that's equal to the square root then of x2, what did I label x2? It's 0, minus x1, which is 3, to be squared, plus y2, what did I label y2? It's 0, minus y1, what did I label y1? It's 1, and that's squared. So 0 minus 3 then is minus 3 to be squared, plus 0 minus 1 is minus 1 to be squared. So the square root of minus 3 squared is 9, plus minus 1 squared is 1. So my radius, or my distance there, sorry, is root 10. On IV then, we're asked, is A on S? Okay, and asked to explain your answer. So by doing out the maths here, that could be an explanation. So our x squared plus y squared is equal to 10 is our circle. Our A is 3, 1. So we know this is x, we know this is y. So I'm going to sub in for my x and y. So my x squared, that's 3 to be squared, plus my y squared is 1, should equal 10. 3 squared is 9, plus 1 squared is 1 is equal to 10. 10 is equal to 10, therefore A is on S. Okay, and that's a good enough explanation there. So V then, you're asked to construct a circle. So if I draw it out very roughly, it's going to be quite small. if I let that be my root 10, that be my root 10, that be my root 10, minus root 10, that's my x, that's my y. Okay, so I know it goes through the centre of the circle. I know my radius is root 10. So I put it at the centre, 0, 0. And I just swing it around, so it's a bit small here, but so there we go there. Okay, so root 10, put my compass spike part there, bring my pencil out to root 10 and just swing it all the way around. So my radius is root 10. So there's my circle. Then we were asked to draw the line L from your graph to find the points of intersection of S and L. So if we look at L there, we know y is equal to x plus 2. So if I let my x equal 0, my y is equal to 2. So one point on that line is 0, 2. And if I let my y equal 0, then take off 2. So 0 minus 2 is minus 2 is equal to my x. So my point there would be minus 2, 0. So I know root 10 is roughly 3.1, so it's a little past my 3 there. So my 0 and down to 2. Up to 2, sorry, 0, 2. And minus 2, 0. So there's my line. Points of intersection, and it will be roughly there. So it's 1, 3 there roughly. And here's my other point. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. And then it asked me to verify my answer using simultaneous equations. So using my simultaneous equations, then I have my y is equal to x plus 2, and I have x squared plus y squared is equal to 10. So the equation already has y on its own, so I'm just going to sub in for y. So we don't have to rearrange equation 1 there because it's already done for us. So x squared plus y squared is equal to 10. So instead of y now I'm going to put in x plus 2. So x squared plus x plus 2, and my y squared is equal to 10. X squared plus x plus 2 by x plus 2 is equal to 10. So I'm going to multiply out those brackets. X squared plus x by x is x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4 is equal to 10. I'm going to tell you that off. So x squared plus x squared is 2x squared plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 10. So I want to get rid of that 10. So I'm going to take it off both sides. So 2x squared plus 4x 4 minus 10 is minus 6. Looking across there, I can divide across by 2 the whole ways. 2x squared divided by 2 is just x squared. 4x divided by 2 is 2x. Minus 6 divided by 2 is minus 3. It is equal to 0. So then we're using our guide rule. So our last number here, 3 multiplied by the number in front of our x squared, which is 3, and 3 by 1 is the only factor. So it's a plus 2. So my bigger number here is going to be the 3. This will be minus x. So I take out what's in common of the first two. So take out my x. X squared divided by x is just x. My sign is plus. 3x divided by x is 3. My sign is minus. What's in common here? It's 1 divides into both. So I'm going to be left with a minus. X divided by 1 is x. I will need a minus. I already have a minus, so it needs to be plus. And 3 divided by 1 is just 3. So x minus 1 then by x plus 3 is equal to 0. So my x minus 1 is equal to 0, or my x plus 3 is equal to 0. So I need to add a 1 to both sides. X then minus 1 plus 1 is 0 is equal to 0 plus 1 is 1. And I need to take off 3. X then plus 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. 0 minus 3 is minus 3. So now I have my two values for my x. So I'm going to use the equation 1 above then. And that's y is equal to x plus 2, and I'm going to let x equal 1 because that's what I found up here, and I'm going to let x equal minus 3 because that's what I found up here. So y then is equal to x, which is 1 plus 2. Y is equal to 1 plus 2 is 3. Y is equal to x, which is minus 3 plus 2. Y is equal to 3 minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. So the points then of intersection then are when my x is equal to 1, my y is equal to 3, and when my x is equal to minus 3, my y is equal to minus 1. So there are the 2 points of intersection, and they're what I got. Okay, so hopefully that's okay. So now I'm just going to do an example where the centre of the circle is not 0, 0. Okay, so we're asked to find the equation of the circle with the centre 1 minus 4 and the radius 5. Okay, so that's what we're asked. So we go to our log table, so again it's given to us, we don't need to remember it. And the equation of a circle is written x minus h to be squared plus y minus k to be squared is equal to r squared, where h and k is the centre. Okay, so subbing in then, you know this is h and this is k. So subbing into that formula then, so again it's all about subbing in, so it's not mad difficult. So we have an x minus h, what do we label h as 1, and it's all squared, plus y minus k, k is minus 4, so minus by minus is a plus, and it's 4 and it's all to be squared is equal to r squared. That's 5 squared. Okay, and we can leave it in the form of x minus 1 to be squared plus y plus 4 to be squared is equal to 25, and we can actually leave it like that. Okay. Okay. So that's that done, because a circle is written in the equation there. So just another quick example there, example 2. So x plus 2 to be squared plus y minus 8 to be squared is equal to 49. So again, if we're asked to write the centre and the radius of the equation, if we're asked for that, we know that x minus h to be squared plus y minus k to be squared is equal to r squared. So straight away there we can say r squared is equal to 49, and we can also say okay, so we can say that minus h there is equal to 2, but we want to know what plus h is, so if we change all the signs across, so h is equal to minus 2, we can say that minus k is equal to minus 8, so again change all the signs across, k is equal to 8, so our centre is minus 2, 8, so all you're really doing there is changing the sign. Okay, so straight away, that's what you'll be doing every time. And then we can say that r squared is equal to 49, which r is equal to 7. Okay, so it's the square root of 49. Okay, so that they're handy enough there, lads. Okay, so if we just have a look at third example there, so we're given a circle, we're told a circle has a diameter with endpoints 2, minus 3 and 6, minus 8, and we're asked to find the centre. So this is the diameter, so we know it goes through the centre of the circle, so we can just find the midpoint. So we can just use the midpoint formula there to find the centre point. So m is equal, and then I'll label my points, x1, y1, x2, y2. So my x1 then, what did I label x1? It's 2 plus x2, what did I label x2? It's 6 all over 2, comma, y2, what did I label y2? It's minus 8, plus y1, what did I label y1? It's minus 3 all over 2. Then is equal to 6 plus 2 is 8 over 2, and minus 8 minus 3 is minus 11 over 2. So the centre of the circle there is 4 minus 11 over 2, or you can write it as 5.5 there. And in the second question there, we're asked for the radius. But we know the radius is the distance between the centre and one of the endpoints. So we know the distance is x2 minus x1 all to be squared plus y2 minus y1 all to be squared. Okay, so we know the diameter. This is our centre point. The radius is from the centre out to one of the edges. So we already have this one labelled x1, y1. So I might label this one x2, y2 for our distance formula. So subbing in then, square root x2, what did I label x2? It's 4, minus x1, what did I label x1 is 2, all to be squared, plus y2, what did I label y2? It's minus 11 over 2. minus y1, what I label y1 is minus 3, so it's plus. Okay, so that's equal to 4 take away 2 is 2 to be squared, plus 3 take away 11 over 2 is minus 5 over 2 to be squared. 2 squared is 4. Minus 5 over 2 squared is 25 over 4. Plus 4 then is equal to the square root of 10.25 is the radius. And you can leave it like that if you want. Okay, you can leave it in sword form. And the third part of that equation, your question asks us to find the equation. So we know that x minus h to be squared plus y minus k all to be squared is equal to r squared. So we know that the centre of a circle, h and k, so we can say that x minus 4 to be squared plus y minus, by minus going to be plus 11 over 2 to be squared is equal to r squared. So our 10.25, root 10.25 to be squared is just 10.25. And we can leave it like that then. So these questions aren't too bad. So I'm just going to do one more example then for you, okay? Okay, so the last example I'm going to do is we're asked to find the equation of the tangent to the circle x minus 1 to be squared plus y plus 2 to be squared is equal to 25 at the point minus 2, 2. So to find the equation of any line, remember from the previous chapter we need either 2 points or we need to know a point and a slope. So all we have there so far is 1 point. So straight away there we can find the slope. Okay, so we can use the equation of the circle. So we know that x minus 1 to be squared plus y plus 2 to be squared is equal to 25. So we can say that x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. So we know the centre is equal to 1 minus 2, because remember we're taking these numbers here, we're just changing the sign. Okay, so now we have the centre and we have the point minus 2, 2 to find the slope. So this will find a slope on the circle. Okay, because we're using 2 points off the circle to find the slope. So we know that the slope is y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. So subbing that in then, it's equal to y2, what did I label y2? It's 2 minus y1, what did I label y1? It's minus 2, so that's going from plus 2. x2, what do we label x2 is minus 2. Minus y1, what do we label, or x1, sorry, is 1. 2 plus 2 is 4. And minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. So that's the slope of a line on the circle. However, we know that the slope of the tangent is (3 over 4) because it's perpendicular. Okay, So the slope, that's the slope from the centre down to one of the points on the circle. And we know that the tangent is going to be perpendicular. So we change the sign and turn it upside down to find the slope. So then we can use the equation formula. So y minus y1 is equal to x minus x1. And don't forget our m's in there. So we have our slope and our point. So our m is equal to 3 over 4 and our point is minus 2, 2. So x1, y1. So y minus y1 is 2 is equal to m, which is 3 over 4 by x minus x1 is minus 2. So that's going to become plus. Multiplying across by 4 then to get rid of that fraction. So we've done all this in last chapter. 4 multiplied by y is 4y. Minus 4 2's is 8 is equal to these two are going to cancel and we're just going to be left with 3 by x plus 2. So multiply out my brackets then. 3 by x is 3x plus 3 by 2 is 6. So we need to tidy this up. Again, remember we want everything, all our values on the left hand side, so I'm going to take off 3x off both sides. There's no x's already on the left, so it's going to be minus 3x plus 4y minus 8 is equal to 6. So I'm going to take a 6 off both sides. So I'm going to left with minus 3x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. 14, sorry. And now because I don't like this minus in front, I'm going to multiply across by minus, so I'm going to change all the signs across. So I'm going to left with 3x minus 4y plus 14 is equal to 0. And that's my equation here of the tangent. Okay, so you might need to go back over some of that there, alright? That's everything you need to know, okay, for today. Okay, that's all we need to know for today. Okay, thanks boys.